Alright, welcome to another video. Really churning them out today. This book has been really interesting. One thing I'm going to do is pull my repo that I created, and we're going to make a Readme file. Let's do a Git Clone, and then looks like I have to... Oh, I don't have a shared keyboard clipboard. Let's see if I can change that. Shared clipboard, please. Anyone? Connection options? Here's you disable it, but I want to enable it. I don't understand why it's not pasting in there if I have it enabled. Okay, well, disabling it didn't work. Oh well. You know what I can do? I can pull up this my GitHub in Firefox on here. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, let's go to GitHub. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to be the easier way to do it. I've now got 7 repositories, so they don't all show up there now. It'd be nice if I could like star some of them to keep them up there. I guess this one I would put on the bottom. This one I would have up there. This one I would put at the bottom too, because I just haven't been using that in a while. And this is from like years ago. I think I'm perhaps a better coder now. I don't know. The code is like anyone who's like people might laugh at this code. But like honestly, like I had trouble making this. Like I don't know of a better way to write this code. Like it wasn't easy to make. Like I don't know how else to write it. But anyways, that's let's not get distracted here. That's one thing I really struggle with. I get distracted very easily. So we're gonna realize that I'm distracted and continue doing the thing I wanted to do, and not just split my time between other things willy-nilly and end up not doing any of them to any sort of level of satisfaction. So we're gonna stick with this so that we can do this to a level of satisfaction. This is definitely something I've been wanting to do. So the repository is empty. Let's see if we can. Oh, let's log in. Then I'll get more options if I can log in. Oops, that's the wrong password. I don't even know what it is at this point. Okay, it's that. I know what it is. Alright, so now I can put this in my clipboard. I could have just typed it out, but it's going to help to have it up in my virtual machine, make things a little bit easier on me. There we go. Now we've got the Git Clone. So, yep, we want to go up there. Oops, we got to put my key up there. So let's do that. Okay, so we'll say hello world. Okay, now I get my preview of the file, so we're going to do initial commits. We'll just say, yeah, create readme. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, so we're going to use a password protected SSH key. So I need to enter that in somewhere. I don't know. Oh, settings maybe? Ah, here we go. Yep, so now I can put in a new SSH key. It looks like I've got a number in there already, but let's add a new one. Title, Cosmic, Python, Lab. Alright, so then we're going to do... Oops, yeah, here we're going to do cat or cd.sh. Okay, I don't have a... Yeah, I don't have a key. Oh, it's a... Surely I have a key. I'm confused why I don't have a key. I mean, I guess I've got to generate one. I thought you needed one to do any SSH at all. I mean, I guess I can't even. Let me try this. Oh, that's interesting. See, I thought I would get a connection refused because I don't have a SSH key yet, but I mean, clearly I have one. Yeah, so I guess we gotta go to Firefox here. How to see Ubuntu SSH public key. Yeah, I thought it would be this, but I didn't see it in there. I guess I'll try it. Okay, it looks like I've got some, I'm not sure what this Amazon is, so we're going to remove this from favorites. We're going to remove this from favorites. I actually have never seen this in practice before, so let's see what we got here. No, I don't think I'll need that. I'll just Google for my answers. What is this? Ubuntu software? Oh, that's just cool. You can get games, productivity tools. Cool. I like that. I didn't know Ubuntu was this awesome. Okay, I'm leaving that. LibreOffice, I've known about that for a long time. Yeah, man, I should just start using Ubuntu. Email, I'm not going to need that. So let's pin, we're going to pin this and move it up there. Now what's Rhythmbox? You know what? I actually might be switching my computer from Windows to Ubuntu. Oh, okay. If this was like a GarageBand thing, I would have moved it. But this just looks like an audio player. It's not like GarageBand. Like if it came with like an open source GarageBand, like I would probably change all my computers over to Ubuntu because I'm definitely missing out on GarageBand. All right, so let's try to get that key again. I'm not sure why I don't have that. I mean, I was able to, maybe if I do this, let's go root like that. We'll do a CD. Oh, okay. So I did Control A for the first time, so it hasn't been set. So I can choose what I want to happen if I do scroll Control A. So I can have it either do a screen mode thing where it's a screen escape sequence, or I can have it by default do the Emacs mode where I jump to the beginning of the line. I definitely want jump to the beginning of the line because that's how I usually use that. But another thing I can do is I can do this. I can do sudo like that instead, and that runs the CD was not found. Okay. Okay, I don't understand. I'm really not understanding. Let me try this. All right, let me think here. Oh, right. I'm trying to find my SSH key. Why don't I have it? Oh, wait, no, I was able to clone it. Right? Yeah, it's going to be in documents. We'll do a Git clone. Oh, no, you know what? I wasn't able to clone it because I didn't have an SSH key. Oops, and I got to do it in here. Oh, and I can add an SSH key. I just don't know. Oh, okay. It looks like we got a good. Yeah, here's a really good explanation, and it shows us how to find ones that are pre-existing, so we don't have to do a new one. Okay, so here's how we can find if we've already got SSH keys. Oh, you know what? I've got a... Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any existing, which I don't understand how SSH is working. But let's just skip down, and we're going to generate some. Oh, and you know what? We're going to pair this with my email address for this channel. So we're going to paste that in there, and then it's going to be gmail.com. But it's Graham's networking lessons. Or I never remember if it's Graham's network lessons or networking lessons. I think it's network lessons. I don't know. I should probably rethink this title. See, I wanted to like call it like GNL. Yeah, it's no ing. Or like Janelle. Yep, we're going to use the default file here. We don't need a passphrase. There we go. So now we've got a key. Now that makes sense that there wasn't a key, I think. Actually, no, it still doesn't make sense to me because I thought you needed a key. I guess you can use, you don't have to use a key, you can use a password instead of a key. Okay, but now I've got my key in there, so we should be able to do a pull now. I just need to go back to my repos, right there, my repositories. And then I need to click on the code along. And now, switch back over to SSH. There we go. Boom! I got it. So now we've got a new. Oops, but let me remove that. We don't want it to be just under the home here. We want it to be in, I guess, public. Let's put it in documents. Okay. So now we can go into it, git status. Here we go. We can do a git pull. Already up to date. All right, so I'm ready for the code along. Let's update the Readme file. So we're going to go nano readme.md, and instead of hello, let's put in our initial config requirements. This is going to be difficult. I guess it's not going to be too bad. Let's just type it all out. So initial config requirements. I'm going to have in LAN management VLAN. I'm going to have break that into two parts. Management VLAN allowed on ports. We're going to have STP. L2 slash L3. Okay, so we need more than just that. We also need final config requirements. Okay, so we did a push. Now this will look a lot different once I refresh. We're just going to get my README file here with the requirements I added to it. So one thing I would like to get is a IDE on here. We'll see if they have Visual Studio Code. That's the one I'm used to using. I'd like to just search. I'm not sure how to search. There's some cool stuff on here just by default. Bible edit. LibreOffice Math. Yeah, there's some cool stuff on here. Alright, but let's see if we can search. We're looking for an IDE. So I'll close it and open it again. That might be faster. I don't see any way to search. Oh, here we go. Here's a way to search. Oh, look at that. I can get it. Perfect. Yep, this is what I'm used to using, so we'll keep using that here. Unable to install. Oh, you know what? Is that because it's installing? Installed. Okay, we can't install it again. That's why it's unable to install. We can remove this. Oh. Actually, let's cancel that. It looks like it does stuff. I'm not sure what it does. But we should have it now. Visual Studio Code. So I'm just going to close this. Okay, and then I'm going to open that Readme again, but we're going to open it using Visual Studio Code. And this -R should open it up to this folder, I think. Hopefully. Let's see. Nope, it didn't. I'm pretty sure there's a flag where you can open it up to be in that folder. Okay, or maybe not. Let's Google it. Oh, you know what? Oh. All right, let's try it like this. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do code dot. So it should be opening up now. Perfect. Okay. Yep. So now we opened it up to this actual here. So now we can just click on this to open it. Yep. And now we've got the actual file structure, so we can see the source control here. So if I change this to a recoveries, it's not going to do anything. Why not? But we do see we've got our change here. Unfortunately, we don't have the change showing up. Is it because it's not added? Why isn't the change showing up here? The change should be showing up there. I don't know why it's not showing up there. It needs to be showing up here. Why is the change not showing up? The change should be showing up there, but it's not showing up there. Oh, you know what? I think it's not showing up there because I didn't save it. So if I save the file, there we go. Now it recognizes it as a change. It'll only recognize you made a change once you save it. And usually I have it set up to autosave. So I'm not used to seeing it just not recognize my change because usually it just saves it automatically. So let's configure it to do that. Preferences, settings. Oh, here we go, autosave. There we go. Now we've got autosave checked. So if I do recovery, change it again, it's going to take a little bit of time, but there we go. Just a few seconds later, it detected the change because it saved it, and now I can use this special source control panel. The other thing I really like that I usually put in here right away is numbered bookmarks. I use whenever I'm using complicated reading through complicated code, I always have this because otherwise I just lose my place in the code and I can't find where I was. But if you install numbered bookmarks, and hopefully I'll be able to have this install complete. There we go. So the install is complete now. So now I can demo this extension. So if you install numbered bookmarks, all you need to do is on the line do Control, hold down Control, and then hit oops. Oh, you know what? It's oh, I see. Okay, no, that's not how you do it. So you don't just hold down Control and push a number key. You've got to hold down Control and Shift. So Control Shift 1. So now I have a bookmark here. So even if I'm in a new file and messing around, I can go back and I say, oh, what was that thing again? I hit Control Shift 1 again. Oh, sorry. Wait, what? Does it not work the same way it used to work? Okay, Control. Well, anyway, when I'm on the file, you can do see now I'm doing Control 1 instead of Control Shift 1, and it just jumps me down to that bookmark. I can add other bookmarks, and then as I'm going through the code, I can kind of more logically say like, okay, this is the first, second. So like I can see like where a function is being called and do a Control Shift 1 on that, and then I can see where it's being defined and do a Control Shift 2 on that, and then I can jump between where it's being called and where it's being defined and get a better sense for the parameters being for how the parameters are defined and what's going to happen when the function is called. And I thought you could be in another, like I thought you could make them persist across projects. So like in this entire folder, I would have a numbered bookmark. And so if I were in another file in the folder, I could do Control-1, and then it would jump me over to other files. I thought you could set it up to be that way. Maybe there's a way to configure it to allow for that. Yeah, here it is. So now you can configure it. Now you're going to have fewer bookmarks because they're not going to be specific to the file. So if you do a Control-Shift-1, now this is interesting. Allow duplicates. Let me see what that does. I've never set it to that before, I think. Okay, so if I'm in a file here and I make a duplicate bookmark, it just deletes the older one and creates a newer one. But I can create a duplicate bookmark here, and now I've got that one in two files. But I can do Control-1. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on. I guess duplicates don't really work too well. But if you do it here, now I can go back to Control-1. Even though Control-1's in another file, it will just automatically switch me over to that file. I don't know why it's so buggy. It seems to be not working properly. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working properly. But anyways, that's numbered bookmarks. I use that quite a bit. So let's not save that file. I'm not sure what's going on there. And then we're going to go to see what changes I made to this file. Get rid of that numbered bookmark there. There you go. And I don't think I have, no, I don't have any other bookmark. So we've got stage. So here's our changes that are not yet staged. So one of my favorite things about Visual Studio Code, the reason I use it, is you can click on this and you can see the difference. So it looks like maybe there's like a space, or I'm not sure what the difference is here, but we'll delete that. Now we've got untracked changes. Yeah, where I made the changes there. So we'll get rid of that as well. Yep, get rid of the whole file. There you go. And now we don't have any changes, just the way I wanted. Okay, and we'll actually pin this as well, because I think I'm going to be using this quite a bit. This rhythm box we can get rid of. Okay, we're good to go. So next task is going to be I don't even know. I guess I kind of want to set up the management network. You know what I want to do? So I'm at the 40-minute mark. I want to just try to go and get some of those code examples to work. So we're gonna go in Cosmic Python here, code along, and then we're gonna make a. Let's not even make a new file. Let's just use the. Well, yeah. Let's just use the IPython interpreter shell and try to get these code examples to work. Okay. So one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a. We're gonna make a Git Ignore file. Okay, so Git Ignore will ignore all of the files. So we're going to have it ignore dot or venv files. Okay, and And then eventually we'll add to that. We'll have it ignore PyCache files as well, but for now we'll just start with ignoring those files. Perfect. So now we've got that up there. And now we can create a Python virtual environment. Okay, and it knows to ignore it. So even though we added a whole new folder, we don't have any changes because our Git Ignore file tells us not to look at those changes at all. So now we've got a we've got to activate it. Oops. Oh wait. Source. No such file or directory. Okay, so it looks like for some reason the syntax is quite a bit different. It's at a different path than I was expecting it, but we'll just do, oh, it looks like it's a binary file. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know, I thought there was activate. There's no... That makes no sense. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm really confused. Why is this not working the same way? Maybe because it's Python version 3.8? Or 3.6? I'm used to version 3.8. It should be under bin, and then there should be something called activate. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure what happened there, but it looks like I don't have the ability to create virtual environments quite yet. I need to install this, which is kind of surprising that I don't know how it worked before. But... Oops, it looks like I don't have permission, so I can do sudo bang bang. There we go. Saturday or Sunday? It's Sunday. What happened to Saturday? Alright, so I'm going to create a virtual environment now that I actually have the ability to do so. I'm not sure how I got so far before. There we go. Perfect. Oh. Okay, it already knows to ignore Git. Oh, does it automatically ignore? Because I guess what I could have done is created the virtual environment with that dot syntax. Like that. Oh, but, okay. Yeah, this is what I was curious about. Would it pop up if I created it with the dot syntax like that? I do like how the virtual environment doesn't show up in there, though. So you know what? I think I'm going to do that. We're going to go back to my Git Ignore folder, and then we'll add to ignore the dot. There we go. And then we'll do deactivate. We'll do source .env, then activate. Now let me see like if there's a convention. Yeah, here's some do's and don'ts. Let's see some do's and don'ts. So do, use them, don't, okay, here we go. So do, use them, don't use that, don't place project files in them, you have to keep them separate. Don't forget to activate, don't use, okay. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like actually it is a good idea to keep it hidden, because otherwise you'll be tempted to accidentally put things inside of it, and you're supposed to keep it out of the way. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. So we'll do a rm-rf on the VANV that isn't hidden. Oops, and let's do all our coding in here. Okay, so now we've got to change this to the. So we'll do a deactivate. Deactivate instead of deactive, and then we'll do git add git commit -m, and we'll say hide VNV folder in Linux CLI. There we go, and now we've got our folder hidden. So now if we do a -al, we can see it along with our other hidden folders, and it's still ignored by Git Ignore, but we can still activate it just like before. There we go. So that's much better. Now it's out of the way when I do a ls here. Okay, so we're going to need a module. The module we're going to need, I don't know. I have no idea what module we're going to need. In fact, we might not even need one yet. Let's do a pip install upgrade. Or updates, or pip update. or pip upgrade pip. Oh, no such file or directory. It's not, I can't use pip? Bad interpreter. No such file or directory. What? That doesn't make any sense. It's right there. There is such file or directory. Why is it saying there's no such file or directory? You know what? I wonder if I can't have this dot. Let me try it without the dot. We're going to do deactivate. We're going to create another one without the dot. And now we're going to activate it. Okay, now we'll try the pip command. Okay, yep, so I can't use this. It doesn't work like that. Okay, and we're going to ignore this one. There we go. Perfect. So this is our changes, so we're going to stage the changes. So there we go, it moves up to stage changes. I'm going to do git commit-m. Can't hide DMV folder. Okay, I didn't know you couldn't hide it. I thought you could hide it. Okay, so yeah, this looks good to me. We're gonna close this. Yep. So let's refresh this, see what we got in there. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for now. Let me, you know what, I'm gonna shut down this lab and I'm gonna take a snapshot. I would hate to have to set up everything again. Okay, so now we're going to take a snapshot. Great, and we'll do shell jump server setup. Okay, there's just a little bit left, so let's do some reading here. As the last thing, looks like it's still taking a snapshot here, so we'll just let that run, and we'll read. Not everything has to be an object, a domain service function. We've made a model to represent batches, but what we actually need to do is allocate order lines against a specific set of batches that represent all our stock. Sometimes it just isn't a thing. Eric Evans, domain-driven design. Evans discusses the idea of domain service operations that don't have a natural home in an entity or value object. A thing that allocates an order line given a set of batches sounds a lot like a function, and we can take advantage of the fact that Python is a multi-paradigm language and just make it a function. Let's see how we might test drive such a function. Okay, so I've been wanting to try to get these to work. I don't know. Our service might look like this. Python's magic methods let us use our models with idiomatic Python. You may or may not like the use of next in the preceding code, but we're pretty sure you'll agree that being able to use sorted on our list of batches is nice. Idiomatic Python. To make it work, we implement dundergt in our domain model. That's lovely. Exceptions can express domain concepts too. We have one final concept to cover. Exceptions can be used to express domain concepts too. In our conversations with domain experts, we've learned about the possibility that an order cannot be allocated because we are out of stock, and we can capture that by using a domain exception. Domain modeling recap. Domain modeling. This is the part of your code that is closest to the business, the most likely to change, and the place where you deliver the most value to the business. Make it easy to understand and modify. Distinguish entities from value objects. A value object is defined by its attributes. It's usually best implemented as an immutable type. If you change an attribute on a value object, it represents a different object. In contrast, an entity has attributes that may vary over time, and it will still be the same entity. It's important to define what does uniquely identify an entity, usually some sort of name or reference field. Not everything has to be an object. Python is a paradigm language, multi-paradigm language, so let the verbs in your code be functions. For every foo manager, bar builder, or Baz factory, there's often a more expressive and readable manage_foo, build_bar, or get_baz waiting to happen. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of using classes when you could just use a function. This is the time to apply your best object-oriented design principles. Revisit the solid principles, which they did not explain. So I'm not sure what the solid. And all the other good heuristics like has a versus is a, prefer composition over inheritance, and so on. You'll also want to think about consistency boundaries and aggregates, but that's a topic for Chapter 7 aggregate. We won't bore you too much with the implementation, but the main thing to note is that we take care in naming our exceptions in the ubiquitous language, just as we do our entries, value objects, and services. Our domain model at the end of each chapter is a visual representation of where we've ended up. Ah, perfect. So they take that blank template from before and then they fill it in each step throughout the chapter. That'll probably do for now. We have a domain service that we can use for our first use case, but first we'll need a database. So I'm not going to read okay, I'm going to read this a bit. Yeah, here we go. So this is pronounced dunder EQ. So I called it EQ dunder, but the more common way is dunder EQ. Okay, so let's do this for Yeah. So here's the solid principles. So let's find another article and let's put this under explain in plain English. That sounds good. Okay, this one looks good. Yeah, I like this. So we're gonna go with that one. Plain English, that sounds good. Now, is it actually in plain English? No, it looks like it's in. Like, I wish they like literally would just like actually use like make an analogy like instead of code, like, because it looks like the first principle is the single responsibility principle. So I wish they would actually do it in plain English instead of giving a code example. Yeah, that is not plain English. That is literally code, not plain English. But that's the one I'm going to save anyway. Although this one looks better. Okay, yeah, we're going to save this. So we're going to do edit, and then further reading, solid principles. There we go. Okay. Alright, so you know what? I think I'm done. I would like to go and do the code examples. But, I mean, it's not really going to do anything because they're not, like, calling it. So I guess it doesn't really matter to do the code examples. Yeah. Yeah, and they're not giving me like from here like data classes. What's that? Did I define that before? Yeah, like I don't have, unless that's part of the standard library. Let me try that. Oh, I gotta start up my lab again though if I want to try that. I should really put my camera somewhere else. This is not a good shot. I don't know where else I could put it though. This is really the best place for it. Flush runtime journal. Alright, let's see if I've got that data class library. I'm not sure what they're talking about with that. So we're going to try to import data classes. Oops, so we got to open IPython. Oh, let's just open Python. Python 3. There we go. Import data classes. Yeah, so I don't know what they're talking about. I don't have that. So yeah, I'm not sure what the deal with that is. I just want to make sure these are booting up properly. So I just want to. Okay, yeah, this is up fine. What about this one? Yeah, this is fine as well. God, what is it? What is the default? Oh, it's root instead of admin. There we go. Okay, so yep, we're good. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Before I stop it though, let's update my bookmarks here. So I'm using a different kind of bookmark system. I'm going to also keep track of my prior bookmark so that when I upload the video, it's I can put the previous bookmark, because this is where I start. This is where I started, and then this is where I stopped. So, so yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.